and welcome to the video in which I'll be reacting to Georgia's song for Eurovision 2024, Firefighter by Nutsa Buzaladze.
A disclaimer. I hadn't addressed this before because I had hoped that the EBU would come to the correct decision by now, but since they have not, I do need to address it myself. Israel should not be allowed to participate at the Eurovision Song Contest 2024. If Russia hadn't been banned in 2022, maybe we'd be having a different conversation right now, and on a personal note, maybe Eurovision wouldn't have become such an important part of my life, but this is the reality that we are living in, so this is the conversation that we are having. Regardless of what you think of the current atrocities happening in Gaza, intentionally cutting off other people's access to food, water, and electricity is abhorrent, not to mention the act of killing. If you think governments and broadcasters should be considered as separate entities, consider the situation with Russia again. There is a video explaining why Israel shouldn't be allowed to participate linked in the description, and the creator also calls to action about what you can do yourself. Please watch that video and do something. Further resources are also listed as and when they become relevant. I'll stop talking about this when it stops being relevant.
I don't really have particularly high expectations for Georgia. I've not seen much of a reaction online, and I am late to filming this because I was fixing my back, so I'm filming this a bit later than I usually would. Honestly, my one hope for Georgia is that they qualify through to the final. They can come 26th in the final for all I care. I just really like to see a 6-year non-qualification streak get broken. I don't know how likely that's looking with Latvia right now, so it'd be nice if Georgia managed it at least. I'd also like to say I will be making videos about revamped songs. I just don't know how yet. I'm still considering that. Probably one in March, one in April, maybe one in May if we get a revamp so late, about all the songs that got revamped then. Maybe I'll film them as the revamps get released, but actually put the whole thing together at the end. I don't know, we'll have to see. And pertaining the song released on the 10th of March at 10 PM, I'm not currently planning on publishing a video about that. I am filming one for myself. It is not going public for right now. I know there was a bit of excitement for the song before it was released because it's like a girly pop and because Nutsa has experience on, I think, America's Got Talent, I want to say. So she can almost certainly sing live, and if the song itself is good, the song could qualify. If there's also a good staging concept behind it. She's in the second half of the second semi-final, so a very favourable draw. Well, I say very favourable. There is one more song in the second semi-final and the same number of spots in the grand final to be given out. And they have mostly evened out in terms of quality, I would argue, so could be a little bit hard still, but second half is always better than first half. Always a slightly higher chance of qualifying because people are more likely to remember the song. How today's announcements will impact that, I don't know. Whether the fact that the automatic qualifiers also sing in the semi-finals will have any effect whatsoever in either direction. The benefit or disadvantage of the semi-finalists who sing maybe more upbeat songs or more slow songs, I don't know. Probably depends on the automatic qualifiers songs. Also that the voting is open for the entirety of the grand final. I've not really understood yet if that's also the case for the semi-finals. Not read into it enough, to be honest, but could be interesting to see what happens. And by weird coincidence, I'm choosing to believe this was truly coincidence, but it is a weird coincidence. Sweden opening the show in Malmö is an interesting one, because hours after they announced that the voting lines will be open for the whole grand final. Anyway, we're not that far yet. The song is still competing for a place in the grand final in the semi-finals. Well then, let's react to Firefighter by Nutsa Buzaladze now. What a dramatic opening. Okay, kind of like on a moon platform. I'm not sure I understood the first few words. Like a firefighter. That bit I did understand. It looks like a pretty typical music video so far, but I know I saw rain in the clips that they used to promote the song. So far, no standout lyrics. Everything is hyper generic. Ashes have something to do with Firefighter. Some of these words aren't quite enunciated properly. I didn't quite get ashes the first time I listened to it. It took me a few extra seconds to process. Ooh. I like this post-chorus. Obviously dance break territory, yeah, naturally. Hello, Robin. Ooh, this is cool. This is cool editing. And professional performance from Nutsa, because it can be edited like this. Yeah, these lyrics are just hyper generic so far. Maybe we could see some of this rain concept on stage. I mean, Cornelia Jacobs, I can't pronounce things right now. Cornelia Jacobs did it last year as an interval act, so I don't see why it would be forbidden for the participants. It was a pretty impressive image as well to have on the Eurovision stage. Multiple dancers holding her up. This final chorus I also slightly prefer. Well, because there's a choir singing, not really her, but the violins in the background I like. Ice in the air? Ooh, what a costume change. Lots of costumes in this music video, but this is the first one of true colour. Okay. Maybe we get a reveal dress. I think that's alright for Georgia. It's not immediately yelling qualifier at me, which does have me slightly worried. Georgia's staging the 2 years that I've been watching Eurovision hasn't been fantastic. I wonder if some of it is financial issues, like many other countries. The song can get stuck in your head if you listen to it enough, but it has nothing special about it to me yet. The lyrics are pretty basic, the song structure is basic. Firefighter is a slightly interesting title, but then you mix in the lyrics of Phoenix Ashes, then it becomes generic. I am slightly worried. Even in the second half of the semi-final, there's stronger songs competing against it. Competing with Austria, Malta, Greece. I imagine Armenia could be similar-ish. I'm a little bit worried. We could have 7 non-qualifications in a row. That would be devastating. The one plus side that I am envisioning right now is that Nutsa does have that background on America's Got Talent, I believe. So her live vocals will not be an issue. And maybe they will be standout enough to gather those televote points, enough of them, to scrape into the final. Oh, Robin sat down, but obviously still in the wrong place. There we go. Now I can see Robin as well. You look so mad. Are you mad? It's okay. Okay, and you're coming back down. I'm very curious to see a live performance of this because I hope that that can bring the spark it needs to it. Obviously there's cool stuff you can do with pyros, having a song called Firefighter, and the rain stuff could also be interesting to have both of them physically on stage, kind of like what Andrew Lambrew did last year but elevated. I'm really curious about a live performance because that could really make or break it. Whatever live performance it is, whether it's on Jordan national TV, whether it's at the first pre-party in 2 and a bit weeks, wherever it is, I'm really excited and curious about the first live performance. I'm not gonna extend this video for the sake of extending it, I'm just gonna say my thoughts wrapping up. I sincerely wish Nutsa all the best. I hope that this qualifies because a 7-year non-qualification streak would be devastating, and because I think the song is pretty good. It's one of the better mainstream pop songs for me right now after the first listen. That's all I've got to say on that. Thank you ever so much for watching this video. I really do hope that you enjoyed it, that got something out of it. I'll see you in the next one and that shows up on your feed. Bye! His benefit or disadvantage.